Hey everyone, welcome to this video. So in previous video we have discussed about how we are creating the server using HTTP module. So in this video we are discuss about how we can get that environment variable using .env package. So in this video we are installing the .env package. Also we see that how we can create a different environment file. For the production we can use the different environment file, and for that development environment we can create a different environment file. So first we can see that simple one. Okay, so if I open the terminal, first I'm installing that .env package. So first I go to that my project, okay, and I do npm install .env file. Okay, you can see that file is installed. If you open the Package.json, you can see .env and install. Okay, so for first we need to create a .env file here in that parent folder. Simply I am defining the port is equal to, suppose I am defining 5000 here. Okay, so instead of this 3000, so there is the way to use that environment variable called process.env, and whatever that variable we are defining like port, right? But we are not importing anything, so we are not getting anything. Okay, so suppose I am printing this console.log port. Okay, and if I'm try to run this, I'm getting that error or undefined, right? You can see server is running on undefined, and here also I'm getting undefined because we are not importing the .env yet. Okay, so for importing module we already discussed, we can use the require method. We can define the module name .env, and we need to call that config method of that .env. Then we are getting those all the values. So if I save this, now you can see if I maximize, you can see 5000 I'm getting, and server is running on 5000. And if I open browser also, you can see in 5000 we are getting that. Don't forget to subscribe. And here also you can see we are getting this message. So this is that simple things we can use the .env file. And so in real world we need to use the different environment file as depending on that server, right? If you're using that development server, then there is a different environment file. If you're using production server, then there is a different file. So to achieve this, there is a multiple way. First way is we can directly define here. Let me define the script first here. Okay, let me copy paste just, and I'm just creating that script dev prod. Okay, creating two different script, and also creating that multiple file here. So let me copy paste this only. Okay, I rename this .env .dev, so which we are using for the dev environment, and another we are used for prod environment. So just define .env.prod here. Okay, so for the testing both the file, let me update that port name so we can exact get what is how we are getting the different from both. So in dev we have 5000, in prod we have 3000. Okay, so first we need to define the environment file here. If we run this dev script, then environment file should be, so this way we can define that environment file dash env dash file is equal to, just need to define which file we need to pick. Okay, so for dev we need to pick dev .env dev. Okay, same for the prod, we need to pick the prod one. Okay, now let me maximize this. Let me stop the server. Okay, I am running npm. Okay, so if we need to run the custom script, then we need can directly cannot use the dev, right? If I use npm dev, you can see unknown command, and did you mean npm run dev? So this way we can run the custom script npm run dev. So let me clear this npm run dev, and here you can see we are getting the 5000. Okay, let me open another terminal. or let me do one thing, let me split this. Okay, let me go to the project, and here I'm do npm run prod. Okay, so here you can see we are getting the 3000 because in prod we have the 3000, and in dev we have 5000. So we are getting both the server. Let me confirm. Okay, 5000 also working. If I open 3000, okay, we are getting that response from the 3000. So both server are up. Okay, this is that one method. Another method also we can define the path. Okay, so let me remove this from here. Okay, and if you are using the Linux, you can directly define here server is equal to dev. Okay, this way, but currently I am using the Windows, so I need to use that cross environment to supporting these things, to set this variable while we are running the script. Okay, so let me stop the server first. Okay, or let me delete one, or let me clear this. Okay, so I am using npm install cross environment, and I only need for local development, so I'm using save dev, so it is going to that dev dependency. Okay, let me close this. If I open the package, you can see cross environment are there. Okay, so now if we need to set the variable, you just need to use that cross environment server is equal to dev. Okay, same for that prod, you can set that prod. Okay, and after that you can go the index.js. Okay, here in config, if I over, or it is accept the path. Okay, so we just need to define the path. Depends on this server name, you need to pick the file. Okay, first way is the easy way. This way also you can achieve the same thing only. Okay, .env dot, and the dynamic file we need to use that, then process.env dot server. So it will automatically take .env dot, this server means this, dev means this file, and prod means this file. Okay, again if I am clear this and I do npm run dev, you can see we are getting the same server is running on 5000. If I split this and go to that project and npm run prod, so getting that undefined, just a minute, we are making some mistake, small mistake. Server prod, process env dot server env dot prod. Okay, so we are making the small mistake only. You can see here we are using cross env and set up those variable, and here we are forgot to add those. So let me cut this. Let me also edit this. So in real world project we are getting that error, so we need to resolve those. Okay, so let me restart. Now you can see both working fine. 3000 we are getting and 5000. So error is a part of our development work, so no need to worry about that. So if you have any doubts, you can comment out in this video, or you can connect with me on LinkedIn or Instagram, whatever you prefer. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe this channel.